how many of those 1 or 2 star exercises are you regularly doing in your facility?
1 or 2, virtually none. I was trying to give the reader credit for making up their own mind, but yes, 1 star is a bad idea. You're probably getting hurt. I can't discourage, barbell step-ups or heavy bent over pullovers or the decline barbell press. I can't discourage that enough. And the 1 star stuff, that is like, if it goes wrong, the reason why I didn't say just don't do it is, if for whatever reason you're obsessed with doing it, I'm drawing attention to it that you got to really pay attention, and here's where it can go wrong. So at least go into it with your eyes open, as opposed to saying don't do it, because then you're the exercise police. However, the things I put 1 star on, they've caused some really crippling injuries. Not just an elbow. They've spine injuries and shoulder separations and flat out busted faces. The 2 star, you got to pay attention. The injury just isn't going to be that severe. You hurt an elbow, you hurt a shoulder, you'll live. It'll hurt. But so 2 star is, you got to pay attention. Not that devastating, right? But yeah, the 1 stars, I originally was going to label them like colors. Like 1 star was going to be like, fire engine red, don't do this. But the 5 stars is common now, so I think that's a good shorthand.
Yeah, it's clear. And then 3 stars and up, you're starting to get into the good stuff. And one of the ones,
3 stars are conventional exercise.
Right.
There might be some risk, but if you pay attention and if you set them up correctly, you can probably do them forever without any problem. And then the 5 star ones, you have to try to get hurt.
This is a bit random, but one of the ones I was almost surprised earned 3 stars was on the triceps now, kickbacks, which is the same star rating as the lying elbow extension gets.
Well, that because I'm only going by how easy it is to do it safely.
Not by how effective.
Not by how effective.
Okay.
Correct. So a tricep kickback is not, it's a mismatch. It's mechanically hardest where your triceps are weakest. But if you have some elbow soreness, you can pretty much do that one and not aggravate the elbow soreness. So yes, effectiveness, like 5 star means it's congruent and easy to manage. 3 star is just, it's halfway.
Yeah.
Either it's easy to manage and not congruent, or it's close to congruent and a little harder to manage. I arbitrarily decide conventional exercises that everybody knows, those are 3 stars, and then I'll add or subtract from there. Completely arbitrary though. And again, 5 star doesn't mean the 3 stars doesn't necessarily mean equally productive or equally worthwhile. That would be, you can't, I couldn't figure a way of making one rating system.
No, and I think it would complicate it too much. It's really clear now. I mean, realistically speaking, if I was to be putting together a workout from this book, I would probably stick to 5 and 4 star exercises 90% of the time, and dip in maybe based on personal preference to some of those 3 star ones sometimes.
Yes. Well, personally, that's what I do. But you know what I didn't want to run into? I didn't want to get into the pissing match of, well, barbell squats is the most productive exercise. How can you say don't do it? Okay. Yeah, all right, fair enough. You could do the barbell squat carefully, or barbell bench press carefully. But if you notice some of those things like the bench press and the squat, those are 3 stars, 1/1 star. Because if you don't do them carefully, you got a real problem.
Right.
Some are 5-star, like the machine pullover, 5-star, 2-star.
And well, yeah, so if we go to squats, with the freehand squat, we're talking about a 5-star exercise, which then downgrades the moment you load the spine.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yes. Putting the bar on the spine adds axial compression, extra axial compression to the discs, and you're going to be bending over with it, which adds stabilizing the spine. So yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You'd be better off figuring out ways of making the freehand squat harder, whether it's slowing down the reps or doing an additional set, God forbid, or adding isometric holds in it. You'd be better off make that harder than adding the bar.
And then the hip belt squat can kind of come in as well if you have the apparatus to do that.
Yeah. Yes. I think in the text portion of that exercise, I mentioned making it harder with a hip belt.
So a 5-star system, I think, is brilliant. It really works. It makes it super clear. And I guess, again, it comes down to different people have different levels of risk aversity. And so they can go up and down that scale as they see fit too.
Yeah. My only thing is, don't pretend there's no risk. See, that's willful ignorance. To pretend, oh, well, any exercise is dangerous if you do it wrong. All right, great. Yeah, I know. And if you don't push yourself, you're not going to get it. Yeah, I know. No pain, no gain. I know. But that's first year thinking, first year of weight training thinking, right? First year of high school weight training thinking. Like, don't pretend there is no risk when clearly, using anatomy, biomechanics, mechanics, you can see where the risks are. I'm just saying, if you want to do it, but just know what you're doing. Don't have someone do an upright row exercise, and when their shoulder flares up, say, well, there's something wrong with your shoulder because I've been doing exercise for years. Well, no, there's something predictably wrong with the exercise.